During a recent interview on the Today Show, the great Michael Jordan was asked who he would want to team up with in a pickup game. And Steph Curry was not on the four-man list. Then he was asked if he thought Curry would be offended. And this is Steph Curry's resume here. He's a six-time All-Star, he's a two-time MVP, three-time first-team All-League, best free throw shooter of all time. He's going to obliterate literally every three-point record. He's changed the game. Jay Will, I'm looking at the look on your face. What is your reaction? You're speechless. You're flabbergasted.
So much to unpack.
What are you holding? What prop?
Because I feel like I want to help Michael Jordan actually see talent.
What are those? You got binoculars. No.
He needs help seeing talent. If you don't think Stephen Curry is a Hall of Famer, he scored more points than 88 people in the Hall of Fame currently.
Yes. Look, there's no debating this. Obviously, Steph Curry is a Hall of Famer. But can I just say this? I kind of love it.
I do love
Michael
it.
Jordan has become the king of the, I don't like the new young players. I don't like the way they play the game. They couldn't have played in my day. And you know what? I'm kind of here for it.
I feel like MJ, and I love MJ, one of the GOATs, right? One of the greatest.
Not one of anything. He's the GOAT.
It's LeBron, but that's fine. That's for another conversation. But I do feel like MJ a little bit is stuck in the 90s, okay? It's still the hoop earrings. It's 2019. Craig Melvin's wearing the 2019 suit. The cut on Michael Jordan's suit, still 90s. The 91 tie, it's like, it's still everything 90s. It's 2019, MJ. Like, Stephen Curry has changed the geometry of the game. Give him the respect he deserves. That's all I'm going to say.
I am not going to allow you to sit here and insult Michael Jordan's fashion. There's just no way in the world that is the
What are you wearing? I can't see.
Okay, listen, Michael Jordan says Steph Curry is not a Hall of Famer yet. His standard is remarkably high. Let's leave it at that and go on from there. Pelicans open, but Zion's expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks after undergoing arthroscopic surgery yesterday to address a torn lateral meniscus in his right knee. Over his first 4 games in the preseason, he was unbelievable, averaged over 23 points and 6.5 rebounds and was shooting 71% from the floor. And he looked very much like the Zion that we saw in college. But the problem is, this is a guy who now got hurt at Duke, and he got hurt in Summer League, and he got hurt in the preseason, and he's going to miss the first 2 months of his rookie year. And you just look at the frame and the explosiveness with which he plays, and you say to yourself, is this always going to be a problem?
It's a major concern. He is the same size as big baby Glenn Davis, but 3 inches shorter. He's the 3rd heaviest player in the NBA behind Boban and Taco Fall. Both those players are over 7'3". And actually, we're going to show highlights, but he's knock-kneed, Greeny.
Yeah.
He's knock-kneed. I don't know if we can have the camera on me so I can show you. So, the fact that he's torn his meniscus, he's knock-kneed. He walks like this. So when he jumps, all that weight comes internally. It comes on the inside, and that's where your meniscus is. So you hope that even if he does shed 20 pounds, that's not a frame that's built for sustaining throughout an 82-game season.
If you look at Zion Williamson, he plays like Michael Jordan, but he's built like Charles Barkley. Those are enormous generalizations, but it's the basic point, and it's why going back to last year, you and I have been having this conversation. Yes. You had to take him, number one, and you hope to God that he winds up staying healthy because he looks so good, but this will always be a concern.
And his skill set doesn't lend to him not getting hurt. He's always attacking the rim with reckless abandon, and that congests your landing zone, and that's what happened with his injury.
Look, let us be wrong.
I hope we're both wrong, Brady, yes.
We have never wanted to be more wrong about anything in our lives. Okay, so with the season starting tonight, Jay Will has put together 3 bold predictions for this NBA year, and it starts with a different superstar in the East.
It does. The reason why the Philadelphia 76ers don't have a top duo is because Ben Simmons has not arrived all the way yet. So here's my bold prediction. Ben Simmons will finish this season in the MVP conversation. I've seen the jump shot this summer. I've talked to his trainer, Chris Johnson. He assures me that this is a confidence level for Ben Simmons. I think they are going to dominate the East. He will be in the conversation, Greeny.
Okay, if he can shoot the ball, he becomes a very scary player. All right, let's go out west now. Everyone is looking at L.A. What are you saying?
The Lakers and the Clippers will not win the Western Conference. I have the Rockets, Utah, or Denver that will win the Western Conference. Load management with the Clippers. What are you going to do with Kawhi? Paul George, the injury to the shoulder. I think LeBron James and AD start off strong. I think Frank Vogel kind of limits their playing time as you get to the end of regular season, allow them to be rested for the playoffs.
To be clear, you're talking about not finishing with the #1 seed in the West, not necessarily not coming out.
Yes.
Finally, let's go to the team that has made it to the NBA Finals every year in recent memory.
I've been saying this. People call me crazy. That's fine. The Warriors will not make the playoffs. They have the fourth, Bobby Marks just tweeted this out. They have the fourth youngest roster in the NBA, the fourth youngest roster. Now, Stephen Curry is tremendous. I think he'll have an MVP type caliber year, but still, is D'Lo going to carry the load? Having him and Stephen Curry on the court at the same time makes him a defensive liability. Draymond Green, they need him to score more. They started their lineup the other day, Glenn Robinson III and Marquise Chris. I mean, that's a very young team in the loaded West.
One of the big questions about them will be Klay Thompson, how soon he can come back and how effectively he can come back. And look, the West is so
loaded. If you're talking
loaded.
February, March, that's a big thing.
Well, look, we brought this up earlier, the disparity in the power between the two conferences. If you put Golden State in the East, they have a chance. If Klay Thompson were to come back healthy in February, they could finish as one of the top 4 seeds in the Eastern Conference. In the West, they will, I agree with you, they will likely miss the playoffs.
Because I think Klay Thompson will come back. The question is, will he find that stride right away? And I think after he come off a torn ACL, it takes a while to find that confidence.
What eventually happens is they flip D'Angelo Russell for the piece that winds up working better in that group.
Andre
and the
Iguodala.
next year, the year after this one, they're right back where they were.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.